The Chicago Board of Elections says early voting numbers for tomorrow's primary election are already higher than previous midterm years. More than 82,000 early vote ballots have already been cast in the Windy City as of Sunday, and more than 78,000 mail-in ballots have been received. The race to watch in Illinois will be to replace longtime Democratic Senator Dick Durbin, who will retire in 2027. Representatives Raja Krishnamurthy, Robin Kelly, and Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton are among several candidates vying for the Democratic nomination. The Republican field includes former state GOP chair Don Tracy and attorney Jeannie Evans. CBS News White House reporter Aaron Navarro spoke to Stratton about spending on the race.
I want to just talk about values. We're talking about on supporting Congressman Krishnamurthy, our MAGA-aligned crypto industry folks who have started a super PAC to come after me. And on the other side, we're talking about a Democratic governor from the state of Illinois who has been working his entire life and certainly as governor to uplift every community across Illinois. And
CBS News Executive Director of White House and Politics, Fin Gómez, joins us now. So, Fin, Illinois, as you told us last week, solid blue state. So how are these Democratic candidates trying to differentiate themselves from one another?
No, you're absolutely right. Illinois is like one of the deepest of blue states in the country. No Republican has won there since statewide in Illinois in 12 years. So the primary is effectively the race. But there's been a little bit of an issue for some Democratic primary voters, and that is in this race between those top three that you mentioned, Lindsay. There's not a lot of space between those top three. There's not a lot of daylight. All have pretty progressive platforms. All have fought to showcase themselves as the best fighter against the Trump administration if they are elected. But ultimately, it could come down to two factors. Will fundraising play a major factor in who wins? Because a lot of money has poured into the race. You saw Stratton talking about it in that soundbite. A pro-crypto super PAC has given Congressman Krishnamurthy a whopping $10 million in this primary race. Another super PAC funded by Governor J.B. Pritzker and his family has shelled out millions to Pritzker's number two, Lieutenant Governor Stratton, who's running behind Krishnamurthy in most recent polls. But Congresswoman Robin Kelly, who's running in third, has raised concerns that both of those arrivals could be accountable to their benefactors, if you will, if they won. Another factor we're watching, Lindsay, is who wins the black vote, a crucial voting block there in Illinois. Stratton and Kelly have vied for this critical voting block, and that could really determine the election in this very competitive race.
And what could this race tell us about Governor J.B. Pritzker, who's up for re-election and potentially is talked about as a presidential candidate potentially for 2028?
No, that's a great question because, you know, this race has become an early test of Governor Pritzker's political strength and clout and beyond Illinois. Look, in his own reelection, he's expected to win easily. It's, again, a very Democratic state. But what's more interesting is how he positions himself nationally following the midterms. He's been quietly building a national profile, investing heavily in Democratic campaigns in previous cycles. He's also become this sort of pugilistic, vocal critic of President Trump and the Republicans. So many in the Democratic Party are really watching closely, and we do expect them to make a decision for a potential 2028 presidential run after the midterms. But within the construct of the Senate race, just very quickly, if Stratton loses, it could be a potentially pretty embarrassing result. But before he even gets out of the gate for 28. And if she wins, though, that could add some momentum at this early stage of 26 and really a preview to 28.
I love when you not only give us a political lesson, but also a vocabulary one. Pugilistic. I need to use that more. Thank you so much.
Yes, it's a great word. Absolutely.